Welcome. If you're new via here, be sure to click the subscribe button and also click the bell icon so that you'll be notified about videos uploaded from this channel. The topics that we'll be discussing today: 4 shot, 3 fatally in St. Elizabeth gun attack, St. Andrew woman charged with murder granted bail, and man of unsound mind shot by cops in Portland. Murder accused Andre Mignot and Nadine Johnson were today each granted $500,000 bail when they appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. They are before the court for a killing of KlLLED, who was from Waltham Park Road, St. Andrew address. The women, who are both from Waltham Park, are being represented by attorney at law Patrick Peter King and Alicia Cunningham. Bail was granted by the Crown of the grounds that the 2 accused were flight risk and there could also be possible interference with witnesses. The attorneys, in applying for bail, argued that the women are not flight risk because they had surrendered to the police after the incident. They also argued that the women are willing to relocate. In granting the bail, the court ordered them to relocate and report to the nearest police station on Mondays and Thursdays. The case is set for mention on September 6 as the post-mortem report is not ready. Allegations are that on June 7 this year, there was an altercation between Mignot and the deceased and she stabbed him. It is further alleged that Johnson came up shortly after Elliott was stabbed and chopped him in the head. The women were later arrested and subsequently charged. A man believed to be of unsound mind was shot by cops this morning in Port Antonio, Portland. The man, who was shot twice, remains hospitalized in Port Antonio Hospital in stable condition. The incident is being probed by the Independent Commission of Investigation. It is reported that about 6 a.m., the man went on a rampage along Arbor and Blake Street, where he smashed the windscreen of at least 4 vehicles. Armed with a stone and a machete, he then made his way to the nearby Port Antonio police station on West Street, where he became boisterous and verbally attacked the cops. Police personnel tried to restrain him, but he managed to elude them. The man then ran to the corner of Arbor and West Street, where he smashed the glass door of a financial institution. He continued down the road and was confronted by cops, who instructed him to surrender and drop the stone and the machete. He refused and reportedly went towards one of the cops. Explosions were heard and the man was seen on the ground suffering from gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital. An alleged eyewitness, who gave his name as Vinton from Titchfield, called for more to be done to remove persons of unsound mind who display violent behaviors from the street of Port Antonio. I lucky the police them lucky this morning, yeah. If him did ever get closer to them, dog on them supper. Monday him attack a whole heap of people on William Street and them did have to take with himself, he continued. Latest victim killed along Sun Valley Road in early morning attack. Despite the imposition of additional security measures in St. James, the parish bloodletting continues to trend upwards as 4 more murders were recovered over the past 4 days. Police data shows up to July 6, murders in the northern western parish surged by 44%, from 59 to 85 compared to the corresponding period in 2020. Shooting in St. James dipped over year-on-year by 13% to 58 cases, 9 fewer than in 2020. In the most recent incident on Tuesday morning along Sun Valley Road in Glendevon, armed men posing as police went to a house and murdered a 24-year-old man and physically assaulted his girlfriend. The deceased has been identified as Randall Anthony Malcolm, a laborer of Sun Valley Road. The police said that about 3:15 a.m., Malcolm and his girlfriend were at home in bed when 3 men posing as police officers knocked on their door and ordered them to open it, but they refused to comply. The gunmen forced their way inside the house and fired at the fleeing couple, hitting Malcolm several times. They then assaulted the woman. Malcolm and his girlfriend were taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where he was pronounced dead and she was treated for bruises. Sun Valley Road residents complain about the living in fear as the result of ongoing violence, and the gang war is triggered. The police them not do nothing much for we, them only come out when somebody get killed. A vendor who identified himself as Delros said, "It coming like a wild west up here. And the youth them in the place just a kill off each other and innocent people a get catch in a them gang war." Some of the residents believe that the incidents are linked to spillover violence from Norwood and Salt Spring. Joint security forces have been carrying out major patrols within Glendavan and are following strong leads to apprehend the gunmen, a policeman said. Malcolm murder, the Cold Spring Gardens police reported that the body of an unidentified male was discovered with gunshot wounds in flankers on Monday morning. That murder followed the killing of 28-year-old Conroy Campbell, otherwise called Rockbat, of Church Hill flankers on Saturday morning, and 29-year-old Aaron Elliott, who was shot dead by armed men along Garden Crescent in Granville. A zone of special operations was recently established in Norwood. 2 men were killed and 2 others wounded at an illegal party in St. Elizabeth on Tuesday night. The deceased has been identified as 33-year-old Fabian Medley and 29-year-old Denworth, otherwise called Mush, both unemployed of Elim. The police report that about 10:30, the party was in progress. The 4 patrons were shot by a man who had just arrived at the party in a car. Denworth and Fabian died at the scene. The St. Elizabeth police say the party was being held without a permit. An update about the incident stated that the 3rd victim had died. He is Jeffery, a farmer of Elim district. The 4th victim remains in hospital. The police reported that about 10:30 p.m., the 4 were among patrons at a party when a dispute developed between 2 men. Minutes later, one of the men involved in the altercation was joined by another man, who brandished handguns and opened fire on the crowd. The police were informed, and upon their arrival, 4 persons were found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were rushed to the hospital. So viewers and subscribers, pictures are available of the scene of all 4 men. So you see, if you're interested to see those pictures, all you have to do is go down in the description of this video, where you will see a link to the Sh0t City Telegram group. Actually, there's 2 links in the description to 2 different Sh0t City Telegram group. There's no difference really with the group. So all you have to do is click on any one of the link you might tell us to click on. You join the group and the pictures will be there waiting on you. You see, if you're interested to see the picture them but you don't know how to go down in the description, just run on over to my Instagram page at Sh0t City TV. Ensure so you follow the page. Send me a message asking for the link and it will be provided to you as soon as possible. So people, at your time now, I would love to hear what are your thoughts on all these stories down in the comment section. And remember, everybody's opinion matter because all of we now see it from the same perspective. So make sure to leave it down there. Nobody afraid. We have made it to the end of our next video. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys next time. I'm out and stay blessed and stay safe.